You didn't ask this specifically, but I think it's worth noting. For XRP's value to appreciate to that level, it doesn't require that much liquidity to move into the asset. It's a supply and demand dynamic. So similar to repricing in anything. If there's eggs, we'll talk about eggs for a second. You guys remember when eggs were crazy high prices here in the US? It's not because there was, all that money moved into eggs. It was because there was a limited number of supply of eggs that were moving onto the market, and demand was the same or higher than it was before. Therefore, the price escalates up the price curve. If you took economics in high school or college, they showed you that X graph where things move and it determines the price based on supply and demand. This effectively works the same way. So if there's very limited supply out there in the market or on exchanges for XRP, and we see significant amounts of demand all at one time, the price will gap up. It will move up the price curve. And because of that, it then has the liquidity to then be able to, facilitate settlement across all these different rails. And once that volume moves over the network, because Ripple and R3 and all these other counterparties have built the infrastructure to settle using that asset, once it is a high value, it then maintains that high value. It has a price floor. Versus falling back down to where it is now, which is what's happened in every other previous crypto cycle that's been speculative. So hopefully that gives you some insight on that. I think it was a good question, and I appreciate you taking the time out to ask it. We got a couple more here, and then I'm going to have to give it up. My hips are screaming. Justin, he says, "Hey Jake, just want to say thank you for all the positivity. My dad turns 59 next year and has $500K in his 401k. He has no plans to stop working and zero financial literacy. Hoping for some advice." In his 401k. I feel bad for your dad. He reminds me of my dad. It's not like I pity my dad. It's more like I wish I had been there and understood what I do now in order to be able to have a conversation with him. And I kind of did. He listened a little bit. I think he bought like 6,000 XRP before he passed away. And that's really all he would have needed. Like if he had hung out and made it this far, then at $1,000 XRP, that'd have been $6 million.